Hi guys, this is Tania from Tania Makeups. I'm not going to be wasting much of your time. Let's quickly get back to the tutorial and I'll see you guys later. Hello you guys, we're just going to get right into it. So we start with our eyes today. I usually use my concealer as a primer on my eyes. There's several products available in the market for this reason, but I prefer concealer to prime. Then I'm going to try and use my fingers for blending. Yes, try. As I've forgotten that I have long nails, and that's why God made brushes. Thank you God, thank you MAC. This is MAC 215. What a precise brush to put concealer on. As you can see, I'm using very light sweeping motions to apply it on the entire eyelid. Make sure that you apply it properly in the entire eyelid because this is what's going to make your eyeshadows pop. Between MAC 215 is my favorite concealer brush as it is, very good for precise applications. I'm going to be using Morphe 350 M palette to create the contour on my eyes. I must say what a fantastic palette for warm skin tones. I'm going to be picking up 3 or 4 shades of brown from this palette. I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a very long time, and let me tell you guys, all that rave is actually true, and the eyeshadows are super pigmented. So the brushes that I'm going to be using are MAC 217, Sigma E38 and Morphe M411. I'm going to be starting with Sigma E38, the big fat fluffy brush that you see in my hand right now. As you can see, I'm starting from the outer corner and will go all the way in. Notice that I'm not applying shadow all over the lid, just in the outer corner of the crease and going all the way up in light circular motions. Remember you guys, don't forget, practice patience while blending because it is definitely going to come in handy and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just blend, 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 and that's going to give you the result. Remember you guys, leave most of the product on the outer corner of the crease, and when you feel that there's no shadow left on the outer corner, you can go all the way in with the least shadow on the brush and then blend, blend, blend and blend. And now I'm going to be going in with the MAC 217. I'm going to be picking up a slightly darker brown shade than the one before, and I'm going to be putting into my socket line. And then I'm going to be blending in and blending in and blending in. What can I say, guys? Blend, blend, blend. Don't forget, practice patience while blending because it is definitely going to come handy. This is my new favorite Morphe M411 Precision Blending Brush. As you can see, I'm precisely applying the darkest shade of brown inside my socket and then blending in sweeping motions. But notice that I'm not going to go in all the way with that brush as I want that edgy and smoky effect. Then I'm taking the 217 again and blending through any harsh lines in that socket area. That's why I said, guys, practice patience because it is really a virtue when it comes to blending at least. Lastly, before going in with the lid, I'm going to be checking the contour for that balance and gradation, and I'm going to be checking if there are no harsh lines so that I can carry on with my eyelid. And if I see any harsh lines, I'm going to kill them right there and then. And for the eyelid, I'm going to be using Nars Galapagos. What a beautiful shade of brown with golden shimmer inside it. I'm going to be applying this eyeshadow using Sigma E55 and sliding that brush all over my eyelid. I'm using a size 0 paintbrush to first draw a line on the outer corner of the eye and then going in. This is my absolute favorite pet brush to draw an eyeliner. It's so precise and it's so nice, and if you do it in very small dashes, you cannot go wrong. As you can see, I went in to the innermost part of the eye, very close to the lash line, and I quickly joined the two lines. You can make this line as edgy as you want. You can make it as dark as you please. Remember, you guys, this is the main part of the show, the main part of the makeup. So be precise and don't rush. Now I'm using the tiny MAC brush 228 to pick up Nars Bengali, and we'll be blending that edge inwards to make it into a smoke. You can pick up as much product as you want. If you want it to be really dark, you can pick up more. If you want it to be light, you can slightly pick up a little brush, and then you have to inward blend that eyeliner. You can see I went in and applied those lashes off camera because lash application definitely requires a separate tutorial. I used Huda Beauty lashes in Giselle #1 to keep that look not so dramatic. And finally, I'm going to be blending for the last time with absolutely nothing on that brush. Absolutely nothing. Now moving on to the face, I will be using Makeup Forever Primer in Peach. Guys, it's a perfect primer to boost the radiance on the face and bring the subtle glow to it. And it also helps with correct color correction. You will see in a bit that I will be emphasizing with that primer on my under eye area as well. After this, I will not need any color correction under my eye. Now for foundation, I will be using my favorite MAC Mineralize. It is very light and very dewy, and if you mix it up with MAC oil, it's magic, smoothly gliding onto your face. I prefer very dewy looks. If you don't like it to be very dewy, you don't have to mix it with the oil. Again, it's a personal choice. Using MAC 196, I will be dabbing my foundation on the face, and with the brush, no hard work is required for blending, as it blends with the application only. Now for the precise foundation application, Morphe E26. A very convenient and a must-have brush because it will get into the areas where no other foundation brushes would. I will be using Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. It is my absolute favorite these days and has been for quite a while. It is medium to high coverage but blends very easily. I will be drawing the lines under my eyes and slightly going towards the cheekbones. Then that cute damn beauty blender to blend the concealer in bouncing motion. Sorry guys, I couldn't show you the blending precisely as I didn't realize my camera went off in the middle of recording. You can also highlight the bridge of your nose, forehead, chin using the concealer and blend again with the damn blender. Doing this will bring attention to the high points of your face. And don't forget to blend, blend and blend. Because blending is the key in makeup. Said that concealer, I will be using Laura Mercier translucent powder. It is, I feel, one of the best at Sephora. I will be dabbing that powder with Morphe M180. Yes, again, Morphe. I will be leaving the powder on my face because I would want to do my lower lash line makeup. So if there is any fallout, I can dust it off easily. Sorry you guys, camera is out of focus and that's why I couldn't record full lower lash line application. Now this Morphe, hey Morphe again, E41 will dust off the powder. I didn't apply enough powder to set my forehead. It is breaking already, so I will go again with a little more. As I wanted more emphasis on the eyes in this look, I will be keeping the rest of the face nude with light rose pink cheeks and a very subtle highlight. Using a fan brush, I was so light with my application and with the highlighter that it hardly shows in the camera. And finally, I will be highlighting my brow bone and inner tear duct. Remember you guys, again, a very precise application only on the brow bone. Just notice that I'm not going in with the highlighter. I'm just keeping it on the brow bone using Morphe G15 brush. What can I say? It's just become a Morphe day. Yeah, that rhymes. Voila! So here we are. Hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And hey you guys, if you notice difference between the shades of brown from the intro, then that's because I tried modeling for this look under two different lightings. You know, trial and error. Ended up loving both and have put both clips in. So ciao!